Can we make the last
kind of
record?
Yeah, I'm gonna record this too. Is yours going for sure?
Let me double check and make sure.
I tried.
Like I said, a timer, it was just like over 9 minutes, so.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Heck yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that long.
I thought it was like 4 or 5
Okay.
minutes. Here you go. Are we all good?
Okay, we're up.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't like
Please
loading.
wait 5 seconds.
It's just big, it's coming.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mason Nate.
I'm Nora Basic,
I'm Shelly Wall.
I'm Madison Ellis.
I'm Kailea Atkins.
And I'm Jacob Overling.
and today we're going to talk to you about our consumer behavior project. So the first thing you need to know about a consumer behavior project is we're discussing whether or not we should raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. As a group, we decided that we should not raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour because it would be unsustainable for lots of states within the United States. But we do believe that we should raise the state's minimum wage because it is mainly a states' rights issue.
Who are we targeting? We decided to select as our target market people from the age 21 to age 25 in the states of Texas, Arkansas, and the great state of Oklahoma. The reason why we selected these people is because we feel like we can get a better representation with us being college students. It's one of the largest voting demographics, although one of the laziest. It's also the perfect mix of rural and urban population, and as you'll see in our next slide, we feel like we can feature ads that target our market the best.
So as you see here, we have our ad that we drew up that we would use for our campaign. The first thing you notice is the bright, bold color. It's just going to catch attention. That red color kind of demands attention. It's powerful, and all of our words contrast really well because they're white, and that way they stand out. It's perfect for a billboard, which is one of the main ways that we have decided to kick off our campaign. And as you can see on the next slide, like what it would actually look like as you drive by it on the highway. And we think it's really good for our target market because those ages are either traveling a lot, like for fun things, or they're commuters that are coming to and from their jobs, since they may be just out of college, or they're working age. So if you see here, we have a hashtag, State Your Wage, which is a big part of our campaign because we read a study that Nielsen did for Lamar, who does all these billboards in the Oklahoma City area and actually nationally. And they said that digital billboards are really good because, first of all, they can be changed easily, not like old billboards that have to stay there a really long time. And then also, people, like 18% of people said that they've actually gone after seeing a billboard and looked up like that content or that business. So we're thinking that that would drive a lot of other channels that we want to use, like social media and specifically Instagram. Because Instagram is an app that uses photos and videos to share content. It's not like just words like on Facebook. So using this hashtag State Your Wage, we think that people would be able to go and search that and see content that we've posted, like live pictures that will really be powerful and speak to people. And then also, like, if people use it and use that tag, they can see what other people are saying about that campaign and our campaign. And also, it's a really great size. It would look great on a bumper sticker.
For our banner ads, we also chose to use them on Facebook because for advertising, it is one of the most dominant forms online. Our target market is 21 to 25, so I think it would be a great idea to use Facebook in their banner ads because a lot of people in our target market do search the internet and do search through Facebook daily, at least 80% of the day probably, just depends. And our sources say that our click-through rates have decreased, but the buying banner ads have also decreased, which makes buying the advertisements make you spend less on your ads, and you have a higher response rate if you have a good ad in a good place, aka Facebook. And so we chose Facebook because 1 in 13 people on Earth use Facebook, which is about 500 million people, and 48% of that is 18 to 34-year-olds, which our target market does take place in that. Our banner ads will raise a lot of concern, especially since Facebook is known for everyone's unwanted opinions. And it will help with the word of mouth publicity with our hashtag state your wage. And it will help because you could click on it right off of Facebook and see what other people post and see what we post, and everyone can share it however many times they'd like to and comment on how many ever times they would like to. And this has definitely helped our campaign as well.
So all of our media outlets, the billboards, the bumper sticker, Facebook, and banner ads will kind of lead into our home base, which will be our main website. URL will be www.stateyourwage.com, and it will serve as kind of the central aspect of our online marketing campaign. For a smaller region that we're starting off with, it'll just basically have a blanket statement stating why we are against the raising of a federal minimum wage, and then lead into a few sources that will give people who are visiting the website just a little bit more information. There is a link that will be going to the National Conference for State Legislatures, and they have a section on their website that states each individual state's minimum wage and how that state functions within a larger economy and how its own economy functions as well based on that wage. There are also journalistic reviews that are going to be used, like the journalistic conference that's going to be linked onto our website as well. And that way, as the campaign grows, more and more links and more information can be provided through our main website, and that way people have a central area that they can be directed to whenever they see our various marketing mediums.
I think a good print ad for Oklahoma would be the classifieds, because student jobs are often going to be posted there. This is one of the first places I would personally look after I graduate, and I think it's a good place for our target market to look when they start out their career in their job search. A good print ad for Arkansas would be the Little Rock family. Little Rock family is placed in a wide variety of places, but mostly doctor's offices and stuff like that. So parents are often in waiting rooms waiting for their children to be seen, or maybe to get shots if they're a lot younger, and the Little Rock family is one of the first things that they reach for. A big print ad for Texas would probably be the Dallas Morning News. It's the largest newspaper that they have currently in the state, and also Dallas is the second largest city in Texas. I think whenever we look to expand on this debate, we should go to People magazine, because people from our demographic, the ages 21 through 25, are very interested in all the new entertainment that's going around, the new trends, things like that, and they could possibly stumble across articles such as minimum wage.
So, as we just discussed, we do want to take this marketing campaign to the next level, and that means we want to take it national, and that's how we're going to keep this marketing campaign alive. So by doing that, we're going to put out print ads, obviously, in People, which is a really great magazine, one of my favorites, but also keeping continuity throughout the brand. So, for example, our billboards, instead of featuring Oklahoma as a state, it'll feature the state of California, and then have California's minimum wage, and then use hashtag state your wage. And really the way we're going to move forward is going to be based off of our hashtag, which allows us to see how people are interacting with us and how we're interacting with people, so we can really understand if we're making a large impact on our target market. So we think that's something that's very important to us, and we think this campaign is something that's very important and also very creative and going to be appreciated across the states and across the nation. So thank you so much for listening to us, and we really hope you like our campaign, our ad. So hashtag state your wage.